Welcome back, Critter, to another video. Today, Transdorsal Turbo Tremila, I messed up my intro, but I'm going to be showing my friend's base and my updated base, which I got so much new stuff during my vacation, which I took for 7 days. Today, I'm posting 3 videos to make up for that. This is one of them. Let's get into this. So this is his base. We start off with the Tortellini Dragon Fruitini from Admin Abuse. We were discussing the script. One sec. He needed a bathroom. We just trade farmed this Paradiso as Latino, Toto Tosohor. We got after Admin Abuse, Bunny Sohor, which we got during Admin Abuse. He got a Blood Rot loves to be Taco Tacos. He wanted to keep this because it's Blood Rot. Then we got a Tortellini Dragon Fruitini, a Divine Los Quesadillas, which you will see how he got in my new video dropping about Taco Tuesday, a Orchidopus, Divine Pot Hotspot, Diamond Pot Hotspot, a Lavaca Saturna Saturnita, a 6-7, which you will also see in my new Taco Tuesday video, a Pot Hotspot Lava, a Quesadilla Crocodile 31 million with Megatito trait and fire, a Gold Granny, a 52 million DJ Panda. I'm gonna blur that right there on the side. He doesn't have anything else in his. Did I just show a sneak peek? Well, he doesn't have anything else in his base, and I think his best thing is this Los Quesadillas. Is your best Los Quesadillas?
PPQ.
Okay, I'm gonna let that go. On to my base. Let's move on to my base. So I'm gonna start with some of my worst stuff, slowly progressing to better stuff. So a Loving Rose, which all of these have a story, so you guys don't call out modded. I'll tell you guys a story. My friend had to go, but at least we finished his base. And this Loving Rose, I was eating lunch and I randomly pulled it and I started screaming, and I don't know if the neighbors heard me, but yeah, whatever. This, I was crashing out because I was waiting for this for so long in the Valentine's machine, I think it was called, and we were going through, my friend and me, we were going through the LTMs. Wait, they removed the LTM. They removed the LTM. I didn't even realize. We were going through the LTM and we were trying to get this the brain rust needed in the Valentine's machine, and we were fighting over them to get the Loving Rose, hopefully, and I actually got it. My friend unfortunately did not get it, and I unfortunately didn't get the Love Bear, but this is still crazy. Moving on to the next thing, the Los Puggies. This is one of my favorite brain rot. It's just really cute. It's so cute. Zoom in on his so cute eyes. I'm being a bit weird now, but this is my favorite brain rot of all time because I love dogs. And yeah, this is my favorite brain rot of all time. I got it with the Los Spaghettis. I got a Diamond Los Spaghettis, 105 million, which I lost to a scammer because at that time they didn't have the trade machine or a deal machine. So I lost the Los Spaghettis to a scammer, but I told myself I wouldn't lose the Los Puggies because that was my favorite brain rot of all time. Of all, Bushwhack, or something. I don't know. Los Puggies is my favorite brain rot of all time. Let's move on to the next thing. Los Spooky Combination, or Los Spooky Combinaciones. So I got this like about a month after the Halloween update when I was stealing with my friend just for fun, and I randomly stole this Lost Spooky, which I found insane at the time because I knew Lost Spooky was gonna be so rare. And I'm sure if any of you has my bad. If any of you guys have an offer for this Los Spooky Combinaciones or anything else in my base, please comment it down below or join my group. There'll be an ad up on the screen about now where you can write down what your trade is, and I will officially come to you and message you back, try to add you, and we can do that trade if it's a good trade and I accept it. So yeah, let's actually play that ad. So now that you've finished watching my group ad, please join it. Um, Moving on, we have a Los Mowgli's 132 million, which I traded my 132 million Burgu. No, not Burgu driver. That is, I would never trade that. I don't even have one indexed, but I traded a Bakuru Neguru, my bad. A Bakuru Neguru with Chad, the Mega Tito trait, for this, and I really wanted it because I just lost my 165 million Yin Yang Los Mowgli's to a scammer, which I was trying to get the I don't remember what brain rot it was. It was the clover. It was the clover that was needed for the La Lucky Grande. I don't remember what the brain rot name was. I think it was Snalo Clovera. I think so, yeah. I had the No My Golden Lula Grande ready. I just needed the Snalo Clovera. Unfortunately, I didn't get it, but I'll show you guys something in a minute, which might change your mind about that. So, this I traded my Bakuru and Eguru for, and I really wanted this, so I think I added one more Bakuru, which was gold, making 30 million to get this. And in my opinion, this looks sick as a brain rot because it's just still one of my favorite brain rots, and it's an OG brain rot. Not an actual OG brain rot rarity, but it's one of the first brain rots added to the game. It was during the Halloween update. I started playing, I think, just before the Blood Rot update came out. Let's move on to the next brain rot. The Spinny Hammy, which I stole before Abinabis. Like, I'm not even kidding. 6 hours before Abinabis, I stole like so many stuff. It was really crazy. I was stealing so many stuff. Yeah, it was really crazy. There's some more stuff which you'll see in the video, which I actually stole with this Spinny Hammy at the time, and I actually lost my best brain rot, making 600 million at that time, and my best brain rot then was a 290 million. And when I got this, I was really excited because this made 297 million, being my new best brain. Oh my god. Rainbow Dragon. I'm kidding. Rainbow Dragon, everyone. Let's move on to the next wall, which is one of my favorite walls, starting with the La Jolly Grande, which I got fairly quick. I wasn't allowed to play on Christmas Day, but I think I got it the next day or maybe before that. I don't remember when it really came out, but I managed to get it and the three other brainouts with it. I think it was a Jolly Mateo or something, and a Christmas. It was a Christmas Mateo, a Christmas ballerina cappuccino, the ballerina peppermintina, I think. Santeo, and there was one more I couldn't remember. I collected them all. Oh no, I think there was two more. I collected them all. It must have been like a reindeer tralala, and I think there was one more, which I actually got at lunch. And right after getting it, my mom told me to get off her phone because I was using her phone to play Roblox to try and get this La Jolly Grande, and I was absolutely like at lunch. We were out at lunch, and I was really excited, and I was just like saying yes, yes, okay, fine, and I gave her the phone, and this is one of my favorite brainouts. Moving on to the next one of my more recent Lagrandes. Full wall of limited Lagrandes. So I got this one quite quick. So the story actually is that I was leaving for a vacation about a week ago on a Wednesday or a Tuesday, I don't remember, and I was doing Taco Tuesday just before we left, and yeah. So wait one sec. So I'm being honest when I say this. I got this just before I left on the plane. So so during Amitabuse, it was one of my luckiest Amitabuses ever, and I was so sad that I couldn't post it because I wasn't filming that because I was gonna go to Indonesia for a holiday, and I couldn't post that because I wasn't bringing my laptop to Indonesia with me on the flight. So I couldn't edit or make a thumbnail for that video. So I didn't film it because I didn't want to post it so much outdated. I didn't film it, and I'm being really honest when I say this. That was one of my luckiest diamond abuses. You'll see a diamond tong tong soon in this video making 200 million. I got that from the update. First thing that spawned for me, I went into the glitch room and I saw it. Then I got a Tic Tac to spawn for me. Out of the 20k people, I have 2 million people, I think, which Sammy spawned it for. And I got another Tic Tac by stealing, which I'll explain later. But actually, so one Tic Tac spawned for me. I trade farmed it with my alt to make 312 million, I think, which then I put on my alt, and my alt stayed in the server while I was stealing, and I stole another Tic Tac, making 132 million. Now, I used that 132 million. I already had a La Grande ready to craft the La Easter Grande with. I just needed the Know My Eggs, which then I traded later on the flight for a 300 million Rainbow ESOC, and I was using my iPad to trade it. So I needed to transfer it to the alt, and I didn't have my laptop with me. I needed to transfer it to the alt, which had the other two brainouts. So I used my dad's phone or my mom's phone to do that. And then I spawned this, came out diamond, and it makes 82.5 million. This next one is a cherished one of mine. this was my first limited Legrande because I wasn't able to do the update for the Extinct. And if you have a La Extinct, I'd be so happy to offer. It's one of my dream Brainrots. If you have it, I'm willing to overpay. Please type in my group or in my comments. I check them all the time. La Spooky Grande. I spawned it. I got all the Brainrots, and I stayed up until like 6 a.m. to get all of the Brainrots, and I finally got the one Brainrot I needed the second my mom came in and told me to go to bed. So I made the Brainrot, and it went on the track, and it got this trait, making 98 million, and it got to my base. Next one is really, really old. So here comes. Oh no, this one's not that old. La Spooky is the oldest. So this La Romantic makes 232 million. I actually have a short, which I got it. I was. Oh, dun. Okay, I was eating breakfast when I did the admin abuse, I think, or I don't know. I seriously don't know whether I was eating breakfast or not, but it was probably a late breakfast. And during making that video, I had all of the Brainrots to start with, and I went to my PC, transferred the Brainrots to my iPad, and I started putting them in, and I actually have a short on my channel. I'll put the link in the description for you guys to see it. But yeah, it was really cool. It came out. I actually stole the Know My Heart just before the admin abuse started, which I needed, and that was the last burner I needed. I had the Chicotera Cubotaria, the Los Burritos, and I think it was a Legrande. I had them all, and I managed to get the Know My Heart. I stole it in gold and chocolate. So thankfully it came out in gold and chocolate, and now here's the last one, the most expensive. Here we go. Y'all, I don't know if this is a good trade. A 360 mil WRL, a Tongue Kiloton, for a 490 million Nyan and Fire Lavadorita Spinito. Nah, I think WRL's worth more. Right. Let me. Oh my god, there's so many trades I'm getting sent. Look, so I don't really want that. Do you have anything else? Yeah, I want that. Oh, dude, there are so many right here. This, so crazy. Lodginger? Wait, no, wait. I want to do this and this. Lodginger, do Lodginger. I don't really want that. I don't really want that. It is better though. No, I don't. Okay, here's my La Lucky. It has. I want none of you in the comments to say Taco hate, but Taco and Fire making 340 million, which I didn't even get by myself. I'm being honest, I didn't craft this. So remember that 312 million Tic Tac, which I didn't use? It had the bunny trait, and because someone needed it to trade farm a La Easter during admin abuse, they traded me a Ketchup Kapat, which you'll see soon, and a La Lucky Grande, which is this one right here, which I obviously accepted, and you'll see the Ketupot in a sec, but this was absolutely insane. I was actually crashing out. That was a W trade. Let's move on to the next one. So here, we got some mid stuff, and Isak Sakola. My accent changed there for some reason. It's just a base 30 million Isak Sakola. Why does it keep changing? Los Migatitos. This Isak I think I just pulled like a few months ago. And this Los Migatitos I stole a bit before. Just when I was stealing randomly with my friend. And we have this Tong Tong Kelatong with fire and diamond, which I told you spawned with the 312 million Tic Tac, and which I stole during the same admin abuse just before I went on vacation. This is absolutely insane. Let's move on to the next thing. We have a 351.7 million Tong Tong Kelatong with Mika Tito trait and fire. Now, this was crazy. I stole this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think no. I traded my Ketchuru Mustard 290 mil and a Divine Legrande, which I didn't really want. My friend gave it to me. Yeah, my friend gave it to me for a present because he lost one of my rare Sprainrons, and that was one of his best Sprainrons. I didn't really want it, but he insisted to give it to me, and I traded it with a Ketchuru Musturu for this Tong Tong Kelatong, which makes 350 million. Next up, we have this Ketupot Kepot, 350 million, which one guy traded for the 312 million Tic Tac, and he also gave a La Lucky, which I showed you on the bottom. I told you this is the Ketupot, and let's move on to one of my next best things, the Money Put. I stole this on vacation just when I was sitting in bed. I randomly got on my iPad because we were going for lunch in about 5 minutes, and I just randomly went on, and I wasn't playing for about 2 days. My bad. I think I just voice cracked for a second because I said something wrong. Whatever. I hadn't played Roblox for about 2 days then, so I got on and for 5 minutes, and I stole this money puggy. I was crashing out during vacation. We got another trader here. What do you have? I will cancel in 3, 2, 1. If he readies up right now, I'm gonna kill some. I don't even want those bros. It makes 24 mil. Tough toucan. Oh. No, I actually do this and this. I don't want these that bad. Yep, do it. I just want the tough toucan. Ready up, little man. This is a good trade for you. Friend man up. Aight. Okay. after the Money Puggy, we have a Bop and Bunny 80 mil. I think you guys know where this one's going. I just bought the plushie. It's arriving on May 30th, it said. And yeah, it was a birthday present because it's near my birthday. Which I will have a video coming out about that in May. But yeah, whatever. Bop and Bunny is really cute, the plushie. I will show when I get it, and I will make a video about it. Okay, next one. Singo Fluga. I don't really care about this one that much. It makes 90 million. I'm not gonna really tell a story about it because I honestly don't remember how I got it. I think I just stole it randomly. Let's move up, and we're getting closer to my best brain rots. These aren't that good, and keep in mind, this is not my best base. I have some good stuff on my alt, but this is most of my best stuff, and my best thing is on here, but I don't have everything, so this is not my official base, but this is an updated base tour, and this is what I think I would choose to have in my base. Lowest combination gold Nyan, making 93.7 million per second. I got this a very long time ago during an admin abuse, and I pulled it from a lucky block on my alt, and yeah, it's crazy. I had 2 of these Los Candies. My friend traded one for a Divine Paw Hotspots L trade, but yeah, whatever. Let me finish this really quick. Sorry guys, I'll have to join a friend really quick, but we got a Santa Hotspot 62 million, which is kind of trait farmed. I don't know all of the traits, but it looks like Brazil, Bombadillo, Glitched. I can actually see right here. Yeah, Taco, Frost, Nyan, Brazil, Fire, Glitched. So yeah, I just stole that a bit after, maybe a month after the Christmas update ended, and here we have the 101 million per second lowest combination Taco, Tie, and let me actually show. I think I might have revealed something there, but let me show you. I remember I showed you the spinny hammy. Well, I told you I stole this with some other stuff, and well, this list combination is one of them. I also have a one my bad. It doesn't even matter now. A gold Mariachi Corazoni I have on my alt, which I stole with this, but right now I'm just showing you guys a base Mariachi Corazoni, which I think I traded a Chicolaterra and Nolaterra for, and a Esoc for. Because at that time, Mariachis were still really, really rare. They still are kind of rare. Okay. Here is my top 3 brain rots. A WL 360 million, which I actually don't remember what I traded for it, but no, I think I traded a Galaxy Granny and 2 other Grannies after the Granny updates. And this was actually part of my craziest salmon beast video, which you should go check out after this video. But yeah, this WRL was crazy to get. This next banner was also part of my craziest amenities. This Galaxy Evilodon, 504 million, which has Crab and Fire, making 504 million. Galaxy, I stole it. I stole it off camera actually, but you can see it in that video. I stole off camera because I was transferring some brain off soon also. I stopped recording for a bit. And then I actually stole this because someone joined my server. I stole it using admin panel. I didn't block them. Yeah, it was crazy. And now for my best thing, the last secret combination with crap. Now, I was randomly stealing with a friend after school one day. I came back from school. I think I ate some biscuits with some milk. And I just came into my room. I called up my friend. He didn't answer. He called me up back about 5 minutes later. He was busy at the time. He needed the bathroom. He went to the bathroom. He came back. He called me back about 10 minutes after. And we just randomly, we were bored. We started stealing. That day, he was actually better than me. He was better than me before I stole this last secret. He had a gold secret and a 300 million tang, and this was right after I lost my best thing, which made 600 million at the time, and I lost it with a 500 million and a 210 million. And my best thing at that time was a 296 million, and yeah, which I traded for, which I traded it with a Legrande for that, Legrande Divine for a Tang Tang 351 million, which you saw down below. And yeah, my friend lost his Tang Tang. Actually, he traded it for a nuclear Donacero 290 mil, and then because that was one of his dream brainrots, and they gave him something else which he lost with it, but then he lost his Nuclearo, and still during that day, I was going stealing, and I was in a server with this guy. He wouldn't block me because I had a 45 million diamond ESOC, and he really wanted it, and he had a lot of friends in the server, and I just randomly started stealing it, and I was always getting hit or body swapped at the last second, and I started admin paneling him and everything, and eventually I managed to bring it to my base, and I was surprised he didn't block me before I got to my base. I was so sure he was gonna block me, but then I got it. So this last secret is my best, making 625 million. Actually, when I came back to steal more because I moved to an alt, and I came back to steal more because I was actually crashing out for like 5 20 minutes. So 5 minutes I was screaming, and then for the next 15 minutes I was just like, oh my god, still, and oh my god, I was like, I was so excited that I stole that. And at the time, I think I went back for more, but now he was constantly locking his base every few seconds because he was leaving it open for me to try and steal, and he would steal my diamond ESOC, but he lost it. That was his best thing in his base. But then later he was sending me trades. He had a Meow trait Lataco making 900 million, and he had a 1 billion, so this wasn't that big of a loss for him. I invited him to a server when he had nothing, and I apologized for it, for stealing it, by abusing the admin panel and opening the base with Robux. But again, that is the point of the game, so he understood and he left the game. I still have him added, and yeah. This was one of my longer videos. because normally I post shorter videos, but I was telling the story of all my brain rots and a lot of my friends' brain rots. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. It means the world to me that I could be a part of your day. Please join the group or comment down below any offers you have for any of my brain rots. If I actually want to do it, I will send you a trade request and we can get in touch in the comments and we can figure out a time to actually trade, and you will be in a video if it's a big trade. If it's not, you will be one of the smaller trades in a lot of trades video. Thank you all so much. See you in the next one. Peace.